No! Don't eat the raw meat, you're gonna get food poisoning. If somebody eats raw meat on the internet, people get freaked out. People get triggered. You're stupid. You're retarded. Eating raw meat is so dangerous. And if you dare to eat rotten raw meat that's just left outside to rot, and then you decide to eat it, 6 months later, people's mind get blown. How stupid a human being can be. But let's check out how people react when these people have done it hundreds of years in the Iceland. Let's check it out, guys.
Look up the list of the most misunderstood foods in the world.
Raw chicken, number 1. Hell yeah.
And fermented shark is probably on it.
It's probably in the top 10. Maybe.
But here in the west of Iceland, it is a regional delicacy. It's Greenland shark that's been laboriously fermented, dried and cured.
AKA rotten.
And it's been done by one family in this area for hundreds of years. We're here to find out what it tastes like.
Looks good. 10,000 likes. And I'm on my way to Iceland, guys. That looks like something base science needs to study.
The Greenland shark is the most toxic shark in the world. Fresh. Meat.
I really like this guy. His accent, very Finnish, very rally English. Respect, I like this guy.
You would get very sick. Then a little bit more, you could probably go blind. And then death after that.
We don't want that. So this guy's saying the fresh meat kills you. You eat the shark meat fresh, and if you eat too much, you go blind. And if you eat even more, you're gonna die. Son, what are these people doing in Iceland?
So what exactly does it take to make it safe to eat? We met with Gudrun Hildebrandsson. He's running his family business of shark curing here in Bjarnarun.
I've been eating this shark since before I got teeth. I've been doing a curing process probably since I was 10. So this is just all my life.
All your life, huh? Too bad it didn't. It couldn't save your hair, bro. Too bad.
Just shark. We don't catch them ourselves, not anymore. Now we buy them from these big trolling boats. We catch the shark accidentally, but my family...
Oh my god, these are beasts. But back in my day, we catch them ourselves these days. Back in my day, where things were so much better. Now you can't even catch these beasts.
Family used to catch them and hunt them.
Gudrun cures about 60 sharks a year. From fishing to cube, the whole process takes 6 months. The meat is first fermented in cold storage rooms like this one.
6 months? What is happening here?
Next I'm gonna open it up and you're gonna put your head in it.
Okay.
You're gonna inhale. And then you're gonna explain the smell you feel.
Okay, I'm ready.
Shall we check it out?
I'm ready, okay.
So.
Stick my head in.
Yeah, here we go.
It's I dye my hair and it's literally like bleach. It's hair bleach, right?
Okay,
yeah, like hair dye. Oh wow. So I'm sorry. Sorry.
Come on now, don't overdo it. Rotten meat, high meat, fermented meat, it kinda does smell strong though.
It is very strong
It's really strong.
because it's a closed unit.
You know what it is? It's hair bleach and Stilton.
We are working with similar bacteria, like when you're doing cheese.
Huh? Bacteria? What is this dude talking about? They put fresh but toxic shark meat in their freaking boiler room and they let bacteria ferment it. Let's see what happens. What is going on here?
So that's why.
Let's check this out.
Oh, you can see the oozing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also, this is like, it does not smell as intense as when we walked in.
No.
So this can stay here for some while longer. So here we have the thinner pieces.
Yeah.
And we make these handles in the skin for grabbing them, lifting them up, hanging them up. So these are the thinner pieces. And under here we have the fillet. So this is how that's much thicker pieces. And he has white meat. He does not have a fat layer, he has white meat. And it's very important to have the skin on because the meat is so loose itself that if it's no skin, then it's just then the meat just basically stretch. The thinner pieces, after the process, the meat becomes sort of red or brown, and we call that glerhákarl. Yeah, and the meat is it's more chewy and salty.
I love this guy's accent. Very Finnish accent, even though he's Icelandic. But what the hell are these guys doing? Fermenting toxic shark meat?
And then we have the fillet. That stays white. The fillet we call skýrhákarl.
Yeah.
Named after the milk product, skyr.
Yeah, we love skyr. What is the
Skyr sucks. It's pasteurized. Make it raw skyr and you might get best science recommendation. But until then,
liquid that's coming off then? And
Ammonia. Water, like there is a lot of water in the meat.
a lot of water in the meat. What happens to the water when you cook it? Raw meat hydrates you.
Greenland shark, he has much more water in him than other fishes or other sharks. So it's ammonia.
What is that doing in the scientific process of it? Because
So-
it's poisonous when it's fresh?
Yeah.
What? Poisonous when it's fresh?
Greenland shark is the most toxic shark in the world. And the Greenland shark is a deep ocean, cold ocean shark. So Icelanders, they first started fishing them for the liver. And they used
Liver? Why? I wonder why they like the liver.
the oil from a liver. So for the first 200 years when they were fishing them, they had to throw the meat away. They couldn't use it, so it was big waste of meat. And in Iceland, in isolated areas, it was a big waste.
Yes, I understand. Big waste. We are wasting so much of nature's goods.
So 400 years ago, probably accidentally, they discovered a process to use the meat.
What would happen if I took a bite of that now? What would happen to me? Would I
Now
go blind?
it's
or-
that far in the fermentation that you would be fine.
Right.
But
What? When they rot the meat? When they let the bacteria do its thing? It becomes eatable? And these guys have done it, did he say 400 years, 200 years? Icelandic people can't be this retarded. To me they sound kind of Finnish, and Finnish people very smart. So I bet Icelandic people very smart too. And there's some giants in that Iceland.
Before, fresh meat, something small, you would get very sick.
Yeah.
Then a little bit more, you could probably go blind. And then death after that.
Okay, great. That's great. I will not be taking a bite of that. So this part of the process, is this the most important part to get the taste of it, or?
This basically does everything. It makes the meat not toxic.
Bacteria makes the meat not toxic. It's almost like how I have been telling everybody. Bacteria, parasites, these germs that are out to get you. But why in this case they actually remove the toxicity and make the meat eatable? What the hell is going on?
It's preserved. After this, you can eat it. It's not toxic, but the drying process is just to get a better texture in the meat because it's just so wet and moisty.
Yeah.
And it's very important that these boxes, they have these gaps on them, so the liquid can leak from it, and also for oxygen to get in, because the meat, it needs to breathe. There are chemical changes that are happening.
Yeah.
That are making the meat untoxic. First, people didn't know this was a chemical process. It was an accident. Now this is a chemical process, and there are a lot of interesting things that we are even still discovering.
Yeah, bro. We are discovering a lot of interesting things here at the Base Science, the #1 science channel on the whole earth.
Yeah.
It's also different after where the shark has been, in what depth, in what temperature he was caught. It's different after what chemicals are high or low in him. So in these boxes, the meat loses around 30%. So it loses a lot of weight here. And then in the drying process, it loses like 50-70%. So total use of meat is around 8%.
What happens to the ammonia when it drains? I mean, is it okay to be stuck? I mean, you've got I've got boots on and you've got little sandals with some socks. Yeah.
The ammonia is, the liquid here is, that's fine. We could drink it. I won't though. But
I'm pretty sure that's a
you
cure
want
for
some?
something.
You want some maybe? No.
No.
It's cure for something? Rotten meat is cure for something? That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Even though all these cultures around the world, all these indigenous people, tribal people, have done it for hundreds of years.
One shark will give from 30 to 40 pieces of fillet. The meat ferments for 6 to 9 weeks in the wooden boxes, then is hung outside for 6 months to fully dry out.
That's this dried crust around it. But you see here, when I slice it open, that he still has this beautiful white color at the inside.
That looks good. Let's get those 10,000 likes. I'm ready to go to Iceland right now.
And here the meat is just ready to eat. So there is never nothing added to this meat in the process. There is no cooking, there is no smoking, like nothing at all. It's just natural process from
Natural. Nature doing its thing. I don't know. Just nature doing its thing.
the beginning till the end. And then you see how smoothly it's cut. And then you take this here.
Thank you. It looks like ham.
Yeah. And then I'll have one also.
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål. Okay.
If this hipster woman likes rotten meat, where is the haters now? Where are the haters? When it's presented like this and not just some guy eating it out of the jar on Instagram, people are like, ooh, and people are like, ah. It's so funny.
I was going to say that actually doesn't. It's the aftertaste is kicking in now. Yeah.
And now you feel it. It's coming up in your nose. And then it's doing what we wanted to do. We wanted to give us like a kick. It's supposed to be strong.
I can taste the ammonia kind of smell now. At first, it was just like chewing a piece of ham.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, the texture of it in your mouth, and then the aftertaste, and then it's actually like stinging my tongue, stinging the back of my tongue.
That's usual with fermented meat. I kinda experienced that when I had my fermented liver a little while ago. I like that effect.
Do you ever get over that? It's like eating bread to you now.
Everything you feel is probably 10 times more than what I feel. For me, I sort of miss it, but I know good shark from a bad one. Two sharks who arrive here together, they go through the process together. Yeah. After the process, they taste similar but not the same. It is the not even amount of ammonia maybe in them or salt or other chemicals that are different. So that's why they don't taste the same.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, that's a good little lecture also. Every animal is a bit different, and the quality, what that animal's environment is and what that animal eats, it matters a lot. That's how nature works. This guy knows all about these sharks.
You can taste the smell of it, but it's that really kind of like rich Stilton cheese like hits the back of your tongue. And
Yeah, what the hell is about with these aged cheeses that are also raw many times? At least they used to be, most of them, but you can still get raw cheeses. Rotten cheeses. What the hell is up with that?
it's just the size of your tongue. And you don't think that's ever going to go away, maybe. But
You want some more?
I'll have a little bit more. Yeah.
have a little bit more?
I mean, I think that my tongue's just used to this now. I'm a shark convert. It's amazing though how much of it is in the smell.
Yeah.
It's just So would you recommend?
Yeah, that's definitely how it is with the rotten or fermented meat. Its smell is strong, but the taste usually is pretty good.
Eat it before smelling it. Just go down the hatch.
Yeah. It tastes much better than it smells.
Okay.
I'll have another one also.
Right, I'm just gonna try to chew this bit.
So
it's the texture now. I think at first it was the smell and then the taste. Now it's the texture. It's like gone into almost like a gelatinous kind of texture in my mouth. I think it's because I've just like masticated it so much in my mouth. It's just there we go. I'll get over it.
The second one was also a little bit bigger.
Yeah. The second one was the kicker. Yeah. The shark does have a reputation internationally.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's good. This is not for everybody, you know. People go in two parts, even Icelanders. Either you like it or you don't. But I recommend everybody at least to give it a try. Today, this is eaten like a snack for special occasions. But before, this was eaten like with a meal, like for something extra. And this is so healthy that you can't eat too much. It's
So healthy that you can't eat too much. Coming from a guy who has been eating it since he was a small children, and his parents and his grandparents and generations before were eating it. If it would cause some food poisoning, some freaking negative side effects, let's just hope it wasn't the fermented shark that took this good man's hair. But either way, the man says it's healthy. You can't eat too much of it.
Often the shark was eaten like with a food that was like on the limit of being good or bad, or probably bad, because he helps the digestion.
Oh man, this guy is a true high meat expert over here. Helps with digestion. It's almost like the bacteria does a lot of good things. First it takes the toxicity out of the meat, and then it kinda helps your body to digest other food when you get the bacteria inside of you, and you can't eat too much of it. Interesting.
So there's a chemical company in Iceland who analyzes food, and according to them, the shark is the healthiest food that is made in Iceland.
Damn, son, that's some base science right there. Rotten meat, the healthiest food you can get in Iceland. Not so retarded after all. Even the scientists in the lab coats are saying it's the healthiest food in Iceland. What the fuck is going on here?
And I just, you know, like when you have a really strong shot of alcohol and you get that kind of like burning.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at the moment. Is that quite a common thing?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's just like I kind of feel it in my heart and my soul now.
It is strong, and we want it strong.
Want it even stronger? Gudrun made me try some fermented shark cubes, dipped in Icelandic schnapps.
Okay, they're getting the alcohol out. That's the time when base science dips out. What a interesting lesson on bacteria, cultures, food, what's good, what's bad, germs. Are they out there to get you, or are they out there to make things work? How things work in nature? You be the judge, do your own experiments. But fantastic job, my Icelandic brother, and I really appreciate the rally English accent you have. That's a fine accent, very fine accent. And this woman, this hipster woman, he did a fine job as well. Hope you enjoyed this lecture from Base Sciences, and I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't die from the raw chicken I just ate.